Welcome back to my channel, everyone. 3 tips here. What I have in this beaker is approximately 37 grams of pure gold powder in hydrochloric acid. This has already been refined a single time. We precipitated out the pure gold. This is pure gold ribbon, 11 grams approximately. And what this is just some gold that I ran through my rolling machine. It got real thin. I mean, you can tear it like foil. What we'll do is combine both of these into one beaker. This is the pure gold ribbon that I've rolled very thin in my steel rolling machine. Let's set this back out of the way. Get our stir plate set up. What I have in the back here is my chlorine gas generator rig set up. I've got some crushed up swimming pool tablets to make chlorine gas. We're going to begin this by adding some of this material. It's called TCA. I'm going to add it to the generating flask. Let me turn on the stir bar. But what I don't want to do is have to open this thing up and add more of this TCA during the middle of the experiment. Now I'll add some water to form a slurry. Gotta stir this up, man. This stuff is good at forming a crust. So I want to stir it up real good in here before we get started. I've got the slurry created in here. I'm adding an addition funnel that has hydrochloric acid in it. Alrighty, our gas generator set up. Let's pull up our gold that we're going to dissolve. And I'm going to add a stir bar to this. This is about 50 grams of pure gold in here. So what I'm going to do is add some hydrochloric acid to about the 400 milliliter level. Let's add some distilled water to our beaker back here. It's got our delivery tube in it, so we can see if we're going to generate some gas. Here we go. We're going to start dripping some hydrochloric acid down into the gas generator now. Let's see if we can start forming some chlorine gas. I'm just going to try to drip this very slowly in here. Alright, there we go. We've got some gas flowing from our chlorine gas generator. So now let's pull our gold up here on our stir plate. We're going to insert the delivery tube now into the gold and hydrochloric acid mixture. Start bubbling chlorine gas into our gold. See if we can turn on the stir bar. That's probably going to resist movement until we get some of the gold to dissolve and get out of the way. about 35 minutes into this process now, and I've run out of hydrochloric acid. So what I'm going to have to do is pause this thing. First of all, I'm going to take this down, set it out of the way so I don't knock it over and make a mess. Next, what we'll do is I have some hydrochloric acid here, and we're going to refill the delivery tube with hydrochloric acid. We've got the funnel filled back up with hydrochloric acid. Really crowded and cramped in here. Now we'll continue to dissolve the gold. We'll see if we can reach in here and give this a stir. Get our stir bar rolling for us. Probably help. There's still too much material in there to keep that stir bar moving, so we'll just go ahead and submerge the tube all the way down to the bottom. I should have known better than to try to dissolve that much gold all at once. And what's happened here is the TCA has expanded in here, given up all its chlorine, still dropping the acid in, but I'm not getting any gas flow. So what I'm going to have to do is turn this thing off. Take it all apart, put some more TCA in here, and continue with the experiment. I've been at it now for about an hour, and that's how much gold still remains to be dissolved. These are the chlorine tablets that I'll use. It's got available chlorine as 84%. I got the highest available free chlorine that I could. Just tablets like this. So what we'll do is put them in our mortar and pestle here. Start breaking these up. Let's go ahead and get this now. And in our generating flask. Got a little bit left in this flask. Go ahead and put this in there too. Turn on the stir bar in here, and we're going to go ahead and get set back up with our gas generator. Go ahead and start dripping a little acid down in here, see if we can get some gas flow established. There we go, we got some gas flow back here. I'll bring our gold solution back up. Let's get our delivery tube back into our gold. Let me try to get the stir bar going in there. I don't know if it will. Yeah, we're moving a little bit. I think there's just a few little bitty crumbs of gold left down in the bottom of this beaker. We still got gas being generated. I started this at about 15 minutes past 12, so it's taken almost 2.5 hours to get all of our gold to go in solution. I've got our gas generator still dripping acid. It's only dripping about 1 drop every 8 or 10 seconds down into our slurry of TCA. So this experiment went rather well. You can see here we're still putting out some chlorine gas. This ran continuous for almost 3 hours. What we're going to do now is turn off the acid flow. Now let's remove our delivery tube. Let's take it back here out of the way. I'm going to pull the gold down off of our stir plate and move it back out of the way. Let's get the stir plate out of the way. Now we're going to pull our gold up here. I'm going to add a few drops of sulfuric acid just in case we got any lead in here. Now let's go ahead and add a couple pieces of ice to this. Chill it before we filter it. There's our gold solution. Looks really good. And what we'll do is we'll set this off to the side. Bring up a filter flask. We're going to use a Wattman. Solution is nice and clear. There was a little bit of trash that got trapped in the filter. The gold powder was from a carat scrap refining that I had incorporated with silver and imparted with nitric acid and did a single refining to produce the pure gold powder that we started with in this experiment. And then the gold ribbon was from an 11-gram pure gold bar that I was going to use as the cathode for my electrolytic refining cell, and decided to use the titanium cathode instead. Let's get our funnel out of the way. There's a couple pieces of undissolved gold down in the bottom of this beaker. This is the one we shot chlorine gas into it to get everything to dissolve. So I'll just put that in my temporary waste container. Let's transfer our solution to a clean beaker. Look at that. Crystal clear and bright solution of chloroauric acid transferred into this clean beaker. Here we go. I've got some stump out, which is sodium metabisulfite. What we're going to do is we're going to add some stump out now to the gold. 1 spoon going in right now. Here we go. First spoon. See, the nice thing about using chlorine is we do not have any nitric products in here, so there's no need to denox the solution to rid it of excess nitric, because there is no excess nitric. Alright, let's just keep going here until we get this all precipitated. Alright, there's our white foam on top, which tells me that we're done with the precipitation. 1 more spoon just for good measure. There we go. Cover this up. Let the gold settle. I've let the gold settle for about an hour. Looks really good. We're going to dump off this waste and rinse it over and over with some water. Now let's get our gold into this melt dish. Get some of this water out of here. Let's take the gold over here to the melt table. And now what we'll do is melt this up a nice little ingot. Here's a nice shiny pure gold bar from the chlorine dissolve video. Beautiful. We were expecting just under 50 grams. We got about that, 48.4 grams. Let's see, what's that going to be in troy ounces? 1.5 troy ounces of pure gold. It looks spectacular. All right, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. This will conclude the video. Thank you for watching.